I'm Sheldon Whitehouse, and I'm the top Democrat on the Senate Environment and Public Works Committee.
I'm Martin Heinrich, and I'm the lead Democrat on the Energy and Natural Resources Committee.
And we're here to explain to you how the Republicans' big, Beautiful-for-Billionaires Bill is going to raise your energy prices.
We're going to walk through everything that they don't want you to know about the big bad bill.
So let's start with how your electric utility prices are set. If you imagine that this is the price of electricity, and this is the demand for electricity, then you can scope it out on the whiteboard. When electricity gets to a certain point, there's this much demand, then the price for that is set by all of the different generators that are available. When you're running a grid, you have a whole stack of generating plants that are available that have bid in at different prices. So when demand is low, you get low-cost generators driving the price. And as your demand goes up, goes the price as well, as more and more expensive generators have to be brought online, and each one, whichever the last one is that's brought online, sets the price for that time period. So what they don't want you to know is that clean power almost never sets the price. It's almost always fossil fuel because clean power has such low marginal operating cost that it's always buried back in here. So if you imagine that this is the grid without clean power, add clean power and everything moves over. And you get a grid that is meeting the same level of energy demand at a way, way, way lower price. Because you filled in here with clean energy sources that are cheaper. So when you get your electric bill, you will see what you were charged for each kilowatt that you used. And when you add clean energy, the price is way lower than without clean energy. So when the big Beautiful-for-Billionaires bill tries to back clean energy, wind and solar, out of the grid, that drives you up to these higher prices, and that will come through to your bills. This is how it works. There's no dodging it. They don't want you to know this because then they will own the increase in your electric utility bill.
And those increases are coming.
Those increases are coming just as sure as price and demand are connected.
Switch places, and we'll talk about what's coming onto the grid right now. Thanks, Sheldon. So one of the reasons why there is so much clean power in line to get connected to the grid is just what Sheldon said. It's the cheapest power right now. So it's been incredibly popular for the last few years. And if you look at all of the power that was either added to the grid, for example, in 2024, or is in line to be added to the grid this year, it is roughly 95% wind, solar, and batteries. And so if you look at everything in line, and this is the fossil energy that's in line to be added to the grid, it's roughly 4 to 5% in any given year, and 95% is wind, solar, and batteries. And the reason for that is because this has been cheap and it's been quick to permit, and so utilities have shifted to wind, solar, and batteries. The last 5% is mostly natural gas, and the challenge with natural gas is there are no turbines for the next 5 years. If you order one today, you'll be lucky to get it in 5, 6, 7 years from now. Not only has the big bad bill basically disincentivized these projects, which it has because all of the tax incentives have been taken away, but on top of that, this administration is delaying or denying permits. We saw that with Empire Wind, and we've seen the same thing in terms of connecting solar projects and wind projects to the grid. So if you delay and deny all of this, and you have no ability to build alternatives. For the next 5 years, there are not enough turbines. If you order one today, good luck getting it in 6 years. There isn't a lot of nuclear in the pipeline, and that takes 5 to 10 years to permit and build. It means you're throttling back all of this power. The outcome of that is costs going up. And we're talking probably roughly $170 this year to as much as $400 of increased utility costs for average consumers over the course of the next decade. All of this are costs that you're going to have to bear because the Republicans wanted to give tax cuts to billionaires.
And let's take a look at why they did it and the politics of this. If you go back to the stack of different generators that are coming on, the ones that are setting the price are the fossil fuel ones. If you have this curve of price and demand with clean energy in the mix, then at this level of energy, these different fossil fuel generators don't have to be called up. So they don't earn any money because they're too expensive to be called up. And the fossil fuel dealers that sell them the oil, the coal, the gas, don't get to make the sale. So they have gone to the Republican Party, funded it with immense amounts of money that they will get back as these polluting, generating resources now have to be called up because clean solar and wind have been suppressed. It's the difference between a dirty, polluting plant that is idle because it doesn't need to be called up because the prices are cheaper with clean energy, and one that is burning and polluting but making money for its owners and for the fossil fuel dealers who are selling it its fuel.
And as Sheldon points out with this graph, as demand goes up, price goes up. And one thing that has been relatively stable over the course of the last 25 years was actually electricity demand. That's changing right now as well. With the addition of demand for data centers, for artificial intelligence, and even for electrification, we're seeing the biggest demand growth that we've seen since air conditioners became a thing. And so that is one more dynamic that is going to push up your electric bills, especially if we can't take these clean renewables, wind, solar batteries, and put them on the grid at scale and at speed.
We called it the big Beautiful-for-Billionaires Bill at the beginning of this little presentation. To be really clear, it's the big Beautiful-for-Fossil Fuel Billionaires Bill because it drives revenue to the fossil fuel billionaires and takes it right out of your pocket in the form of hiked electric utility bills, and this is how they do it.
Watch your bills. I guarantee you're going to see price increases, and now you know why.